Hey everyone, welcome back to English Podcast for You, your cozy, comfortable corner of the internet where we practice real, everyday English together. I'm Tom.
And I'm Lily. We are so happy you chose to spend part of your day with us today. Whether you're walking in a park, cooking dinner, commuting to work, or just relaxing with a warm drink, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. And before we jump into today's story, can we just remind you of something really important? Listening to English like this is not passive. You are literally training your brain to catch natural rhythms, tone shifts, and everyday expressions.
Exactly. Even on days when you feel like your speaking isn't improving fast enough, every minute you spend listening is making a difference. Quiet progress is still real progress.
Couldn't agree more, Lily. So grab a warm cup of coffee or tea, sit back, and let's get into today's conversation.
So, Tom, before we tell everyone what today's big topic is, I have to ask you a question. What happened to you yesterday morning at that new cafe downtown?
Oh man, I knew you were going to bring that up.
Oh, come on. You have to tell them. It was hilarious.
Okay, fair enough. So, guys, picture this. Yesterday, I walked into this super trendy, ultra fancy coffee shop downtown, the kind of place where the baristas look cooler than you, the music is quiet jazz, and the menu on the wall looks like a complicated math equation.
You know those places where you feel like you need a special degree just to order a black coffee?
Exactly. Now, normally, I'm a pretty relaxed guy, but as I stood in line, I noticed the person in front of me. She ordered a triple shot oat milk latte extra hot with 1 pump of vanilla, half sweet, in her personal travel mug, and the barista didn't even blink. He just typed it in instantly.
Wow, that is a very specific order.
Right? So then it was my turn. The barista looked at me, smiled, and said, "Hey, what can I get started for you today?" And Lily, my brain completely froze.
What did you say?
I panicked. All I wanted was a medium iced coffee with almond milk instead of regular milk, and maybe a little less ice. But instead, I panicked, pointed at the display case, and said, "Just a black coffee, please."
No way! Tom, you hate plain black coffee.
I know, it tasted like hot dirt, but I was so afraid of messing up my words, asking for changes, or confusing the barista that I just took the absolute easiest thing possible and walked out.
Oh, Tom, that is so painfully relatable. And honestly, that is exactly why we are talking about this topic today on English Podcast for You. Today, we are talking about ordering coffee or making food changes in English without feeling nervous at all.
Because ordering a basic coffee is fine until you want to change something. The moment you want oat milk instead of dairy milk, or no onions on your sandwich, or a hot drink made iced, suddenly your stress level goes from a 2 to a 10.
Oh, good point, Tom. Why do you think that is? Why does ordering food or drinks in a foreign language trigger so much anxiety for English learners?
I think it's because cafe situations move fast.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, when you're in a classroom or practicing with an app, you have time to think. But in a busy coffee shop, there's a line of 10 people behind you. The barista's moving quickly. There's steam blowing from the espresso machine, music playing, people talking. It's noisy and fast-paced.
Yes, and when you ask for a special change, you feel like you are interrupting their fast system. You feel like, oh no, what if I say the wrong word and they ask me a question I don't understand? Or what if I sound rude?
Exactly. But here's the secret that took me years to realize. Baristas and restaurant servers expect changes. In English-speaking countries like the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, customization is completely normal.
That brings us to our very first key word for today, customization.
Yes, customization, or the verb to customize. Lily, how would you explain what customization means in everyday English?
Customization simply means changing something standard so that it fits your exact personal preference or needs.
Perfect. For example, this cafe offers full customization for all their drinks. Or, I love this bakery because they allow customization of their sandwiches.
And here's the thing. Coffee shop workers actually prefer when you customize your drink clearly, rather than receiving a drink you don't like and having to send it back. They do it hundreds of times a day. You are not annoying them by asking for what you want.
Okay, so let's get practical. What is the easiest, most natural way to ask for a food or drink change without sounding awkward?
The most useful word you can learn for food changes is substitute.
Ah, substitute. That is a classic word. Let's break that down.
To substitute means to use one thing in place of another. In a cafe or restaurant, if you don't want the default ingredient, you ask to substitute it.
Exactly. For example, if a drink normally comes with dairy milk, but you want oat milk or soy milk, you can say, "Can I substitute dairy milk for oat milk, please?" Or even simpler, "Can I substitute oat milk instead?"
And if you forget the word substitute because your mind goes blank, what's the quick everyday shortcut, Tom?
Simply use the word with or instead of. You can just say, "Can I get an iced latte with oat milk instead of regular milk?"
Yes, that sentence structure is like magic. Drink or food item, plus with your new choice, plus instead of the original choice. Let's practice that together. Can I get a caramel macchiato with almond milk instead of regular milk?
That sounds so natural. And what about food, Lily? Like when someone is ordering a sandwich or a salad at a lunch spot?
Same thing. If a sandwich comes with French fries, but you want a side salad, you can ask, is it possible to substitute the fries with a side salad?
Notice how polite and smooth that sounds. Is it possible to? It's friendly, clear, and gives the server space to say yes or no without any pressure.
Now, Tom, going back to your story from yesterday, what if you don't want any changes? What if you just want the regular, normal recipe?
Ah, then you use the word standard.
Standard. When something is standard, it means it is the default, regular option that comes automatically unless you ask otherwise.
Right. So a barista might ask you, "Does standard milk work for you?" Or you can say, "Just the standard preparation is great, thanks."
That is super helpful to know because sometimes baristas will ask follow-up questions quickly, like, is standard sweet level okay? If you know the word standard, you immediately know they mean the normal recipe.
Exactly. Now, let me throw two more super common coffee shop terms at you, Lily. What happens right at the end of the order when they ask where you're going to drink it?
Ooh, they will almost always ask, is this for here or to go?
Yes, to go. In simple English, to go means you are taking your food or drink outside the shop to drink somewhere else, like at your office, in your car, or while walking.
In some countries, like the UK or Australia, they might say takeaway or takeout. But in North America and most global cafes, to go is the universal phrase.
"I'd like a medium latte to go, please." Boom. Short, clear, perfect.
And what if you're having a super sleepy morning and you need double the energy, Tom?
Oh, then you need an extra shot.
Extra shot. An extra shot refers to adding an additional portion of concentrated espresso to your drink.
Exactly. You can just say, "Could I get a vanilla latte with an extra shot of espresso?"
Look at how far we've come already. Let's put all of these target words together in one sentence just to see how natural it sounds.
"Hi, I'd like a large iced latte to go, with customization. Can I substitute oat milk instead of standard milk and add an extra shot, please?"
Perfection! You sound like a native English speaker who has been ordering coffee in New York City for 10 years.
And nobody got hurt, nobody panicked, and nobody ended up drinking hot, dirt, plain black coffee like I did yesterday.
Exactly. You see, guys, language learning isn't about knowing every complicated word in the dictionary. It's about having a few reliable, comfortable phrases ready so that when you step up to the counter, you feel confident and calm.
Absolutely. But you know what else happens at cafes that usually makes people super nervous? It's not just making the order, it's when the barista asks you questions back.
Oh, yes. That moment when you finish your sentence, you feel proud of yourself, and then the barista suddenly says, "Do you want room for cream?" Or, "What size? Tall, grande, or venti?"
Exactly, and your mind just goes totally blank because you weren't expecting a quiz.
Let's break down those fast barista questions, because once you know what they're going to ask, you won't feel caught off guard ever again.
The first one you hear all the time in American coffee shops is, "Do you want room for cream?" or just, "Any room in that?"
Right. If an English learner hears, "Do you want room?" they might think, "Room? What room? I'm standing right here."
Exactly. But room just means space at the top of the cup. They are asking if you want them to leave about an inch of empty space so you can pour your own milk or cream at the side counter without spilling it.
So if you like adding your own milk, you can just say, "Yes, please, a little room." And if you want the cup filled all the way to the top with coffee, you say, "No room, thanks."
Simple as that. Two small words, no room or yes room.
What's another fast question they throw at you, Tom?
Oh, temperature and ice levels, especially with iced drinks. They might ask, "Is light ice okay?" Or, "Do you want that extra hot?"
Light ice is such a great phrase to know. If you ask for an iced drink on a cold day, or if you don't want your drink watered down, you can say, "Can I get light ice, please?"
Meaning put fewer ice cubes in the glass so there's more actual liquid drink.
Exactly. And on the flip side, if you're ordering a warm milk drink, like a hot mocha, and you know you're going to walk 20 minutes in the freezing cold before drinking it, you can ask for it extra hot.
That way, the barista steams the milk to a slightly higher temperature so it stays warm longer.
You see, you are completely in control of your coffee experience. You aren't just taking whatever they give you, you're making choices like a pro.
And speaking of making choices, what about food modifications, Lily? Like when you go to a sandwich shop, a bagel place, or a brunch spot.
Oh, food changes can feel even trickier because restaurant menus have so many ingredients listed.
Right, like a turkey sandwich that comes with mayonnaise, mustard, lettuce, tomato, onions, and pickles. What if you hate raw onions?
A lot of learners feel shy saying, "I don't like onions." They feel like it sounds childish or demanding, but in English, there's a very easy, polite phrase, "hold the."
Ah, hold the. That is a classic phrase.
Yes, you can simply say, "Can I get the turkey sandwich but hold the onions, please?"
Hold the onions means please leave the onions off my food. You can use it for anything. Hold the mayo, hold the spicy sauce, or hold the cheese.
It's so short and clear. The kitchen staff hears, "Hold the onions," and they instantly know what to do without reading a long explanation.
Another option, if you want to sound even softer, is on the side.
Oh, on the side is fantastic. Explain how that works, Tom.
If you're not sure if you'll like a sauce or dressing, say a heavy Caesar dressing on a salad, instead of asking them to leave it off completely, you say, "Can I get the dressing on the side?"
That means they will put the sauce in a tiny little cup next to your plate instead of pouring it all over your food. That way you get to control how much you put on.
Exactly. "I'd like the chicken salad with the dressing on the side, please."
You know, Tom, listening to all these examples makes me realize that nervousness usually comes from feeling unprepared. When you don't know the phrase, you panic. But when you have 3 or 4 simple tools like substitute, hold the, on the side, and to go, ordering food becomes almost automatic.
Absolutely. It's all about building muscle memory in your brain. The more you say these sentences out loud to yourself while practicing at home, the easier they come out when you're standing in front of a real cashier.
Exactly. It's like warm-up exercises before sports. If you practice saying, "Can I substitute oat milk, please?" in your shower or while walking your dog, your tongue won't trip over the words when you're actually at the counter.
Right. And here's another little trick that saved me when I first moved abroad. Practice looking at the menu before you step in the line.
Ooh, yes, that is a huge secret strategy.
Seriously, most cafes post their menus online, on social media, or on a board right by the entrance. If you stand back for just 2 minutes, decide your order, and rehearse the exact sentence in your head, 80% of the stress disappears instantly.
That is so true, because when you wait until you're right at the register, your brain feels rushed. You feel the presence of the cashier looking at you, the people behind you breathing down your neck, and that pressure makes anyone freeze, even native speakers.
Oh, native speakers get nervous in lines all the time. Have you ever seen someone stand at the front of a busy taco shop line and go, wait, what do I want again?
Yes, all the time. So if you take a moment to pause and decide beforehand, you're actually being super smart.
Now, Lily, what happens if the barista speaks really fast or uses local slang and you simply didn't hear what they said?
Ah, that is the ultimate fear for a lot of English learners. The cashier says something super fast like, "What'd you get today?" instead of, "What would you like to get today?" And your brain just short circuits.
Right. You stand there thinking, was that English?
Exactly. And what do most learners do in that moment? They either nod silently and hope for the best, or they panicked apologize, "I'm sorry, my English is very bad."
Please never apologize for learning a language. Learning a second language is a huge accomplishment. You don't need to apologize for needing a sentence repeated.
Instead of saying, "My English is bad," what are some natural, confident phrases to use, Tom?
You can keep it super simple and friendly. Just say, sorry, could you say that one more time? Or, a bit slower, please. It's a little noisy in here.
Blaming the noise is brilliant.
It works every time. Even if it's totally quiet, if you say, sorry, could you repeat that? It's a bit noisy. The barista will instantly smile, slow down, and repeat it clearly without making you feel self-conscious.
That phrase is a total game changer. Sorry, could you say that again? It sounds polite, confident, and completely natural.
And remember, baristas hear dozens of different accents every single hour. They don't expect you to sound like a news anchor. They just want to know if you want your coffee hot or iced.
Right, they aren't grading your grammar, they're just trying to make your drink. Now, let's talk about paying, because even the payment step has its own little vocabulary trapped inside it.
Oh, good point. When you finish ordering, what's usually the very next question they ask?
They'll look at the screen and ask, "How will you be paying today?" or "Cash or card?"
Short and direct. If you're paying with a credit card, debit card, or your phone, you can just say, card please, or I'll tap with my phone.
Tap is such a modern, useful word. Instead of saying, "I am going to use contactless payment via my mobile application," you just say, "Can I tap?"
Can I tap? 3 words, fast, easy, and supernatural. And if you want a paper proof of purchase for your work expenses or personal records, what do you ask for?
You ask for a receipt. Notice the spelling has a silent P. We pronounce it receipt.
Right. Could I get a receipt, please? Or if they ask you, do you need a receipt, you can simply say, no thanks, I'm good. Or, yes, please.
I'm good. That's another casual phrase that native speakers use all day long when declining something politely. Instead of a formal, "No thank you, I do not require one," you just say, "I'm good, thanks."
Exactly. Do you want a bag for that? No, I'm good, thanks. Do you need a receipt? I'm good, thanks.
It sounds so relaxed. It immediately sets a friendly, comfortable tone for the whole interaction.
Okay, Lily, let's test ourselves with a real-life coffee shop role play right now. I'll be the barista and you be the customer using all our target vocabulary and strategies.
Ooh, I love role plays. Let's do it.
I'll be in a cheerful, fast barista voice. Hey there, welcome to Daily Roast. What can I get started for you today?
Hi, can I get a medium iced cappuccino to go, please?
Sure thing. What kind of milk would you like in that?
Could I substitute standard milk for oat milk?
You got it. Do you want any extra shots or flavors today?
Yes, please. I'd like an extra shot of espresso, and could you make it with light ice?
No problem. Is that all for you today?
That's it. Oh, and can I get a blueberry muffin but hold the butter on top?
Sure thing. That'll be $8.50. Cash or card?
I'll tap with my card, please.
Awesome. Tap whenever you're ready. And here's your receipt.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Look at that. Flawless. You customized the drink, asked for a food modification, handled the payment, and used every single target word effortlessly.
And you notice how quick that whole interaction was in real time? It took maybe 40 seconds total.
Exactly. When you have those core building blocks ready, you don't have to pause and translate every sentence from your native language into English in your head. You just assemble the blocks.
And that's really the main lesson here today, isn't it, Tom? Confidence in a language doesn't mean knowing 10,000 words. It means knowing how to use 20 very practical words comfortably in everyday situations.
Absolutely. Every time you order a coffee in English, even if your voice shakes a little bit, you're pushing your comfort zone. And the second time you do it, it's easier. By the 10th time, you're not even thinking about it anymore.
You know what else is funny, Tom? Once you master ordering coffee, you realize that the exact same language structures work everywhere else.
Oh, 100%. At a sandwich shop, a pizza place, a smoothie bar, or even a fancy sit-down restaurant, the logic is identical.
Exactly. If you're at a salad bar, you can say, "Can I substitute spinach for lettuce?" If you're at a burger joint, you say, "Can I get a cheeseburger, hold the pickles?" If you're buying a smoothie, "Can I get an extra shot of protein to go?"
It's the exact same formula every single time.
So let's do a quick recap of our main vocabulary tools from today's chat so our listeners can lock them into memory.
Great idea. First up, customization.
Customization, changing a standard menu item to fit your personal choice.
Next, substitute.
Substitute, replacing one default ingredient with something else, like oat milk instead of dairy milk.
Then we had standard.
Standard, the normal, regular recipe that comes automatically unless you ask for a change.
Next, to go.
To go, taking your order outside the cafe to enjoy elsewhere.
And extra shot.
Extra shot, adding an additional espresso portion for extra energy.
Plus our bonus everyday helper phrases. Hold the, on the side, light ice. Could you say that again? And I'm good, thanks.
That is such a powerful little toolkit for your next cafe visit.
So next time I go into that trendy coffee shop downtown, I promise I won't panic and order plain hot dirt black coffee ever again.
I'm going to hold you to that, Tom. I expect a full report on your oat milk latte with light ice next week.
Deal. I promise I'll give you a step-by-step review right down to the foam quality.
Perfect. Now, Tom, before we wrap up today's episode, I want us to tackle one more scenario that I know gives a lot of English learners absolute nightmares.
Oh, what's that?
What happens when the barista makes a mistake with your order?
Oh, man, that is the ultimate test, isn't it? That awkward moment where you asked for oat milk because you're lactose intolerant, but you take a sip and realize, nope, that's definitely whole dairy milk.
Exactly. Or you ordered an iced drink and they handed you a piping hot mug. Most people, especially non-native speakers, just freeze up, smile politely, take the wrong drink, and walk away suffering in silence because they don't want to cause a scene.
I've definitely drank a wrong coffee before just to avoid confronting anyone. It's such a human reaction. You think, oh, I don't want to sound demanding or rude.
Yes, but here's the thing. Pointing out a mistake isn't rude if you do it politely. Baristas want you to enjoy what you paid for. They make hundreds of drinks a shift, and mistakes happen all the time. It's never personal.
So true, Lily. So what is the most polite, smooth way to tell a server or barista that something is wrong with your order?
The magic phrase here is, "I think there might be a slight mix-up."
Ooh, a slight mix-up. That sounds so gentle and friendly.
Right? Instead of saying, "You gave me the wrong drink," which can sound a bit aggressive, you frame it as a shared confusion. You walk up to the counter with a smile and say, "Hi, sorry to bother you, but I think there might be a slight mix-up. I actually ordered this iced with oat milk."
Notice how Lily added, "but no worries at all" at the end. That tiny addition signals that you're calm, relaxed, and not angry. It keeps the energy light and pleasant.
Yes, a gentle smile, a friendly tone, and no worries at all will get your drink fixed in 30 seconds flat, without any drama or bad feelings.
You know, looking back at everything we've talked about today, it really comes down to one big idea. Language is just a tool for connection, not perfection.
That is so beautiful, Tom. Say that again.
It's true. When you step up to a coffee counter, you aren't taking an English exam. The barista isn't standing there with a red pen waiting to mark down your grammar errors. They just want to help you get your morning coffee, and you just want a good drink.
Exactly. So if you make a mistake, if you forget a word, or if you have to use hand gestures, that is totally okay. Every single attempt you make builds your confidence for the next time.
So, to everyone listening right now, whether you're driving, studying, or sipping a drink, here is your homework for this week. Go to a cafe or restaurant, practice one of our target phrases, and order your food or drink with pride.
Yes, try substituting an ingredient, ask for your drink to go, or simply say, "I'm good, thanks," when they offer a receipt. Small steps lead to huge transformations in your English.
And if you panic like I did, just remember, at least you won't be the only person who accidentally ordered plain hot dirt.
Oh, Tom, I don't think anyone can beat your black coffee disaster.
Hey, it built character.
It sure did. Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode of English Podcast for You.
We want to send a huge, warm thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in and practicing with us today.
You are doing an amazing job on your language journey. Keep listening, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep being kind to yourself as you learn.
If you enjoyed today's chat, don't forget to leave us a review, share this episode with a friend who's learning English, and drop a comment letting us know your favorite coffee order.
Until next time, take care, stay curious, and happy learning.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.